This on this is too high. Sit on the pillow too high. Sit on the chair I'm too low. I still do. So, hi guys. This is my first actual YouTube video. I've been wanting to start YouTube for a while, but I've been really scared to. So I don't know how it's gonna go, but you will know unless you try, I suppose. But I thought for my first video, I would tell you about my Janoskians meet and greet story. I've had a few people ask me to do it actually. So I thought I'd actually just do it. On Tuesday, the 1st of September, I travelled from South Wales all the way to Leeds, which took us, we left about 7:15 in the morning, we got there about 12:15 dinner time, so 8, 9, 10, 11, about 5 hours took us together, and we managed to get lost in Leeds, so thank God I made friends up there, because if it wasn't for a friend I met up there, who knows if I would have seen the Janoskians or not. But yeah, we got there, and me and my cousin Jess, we were contemplating whether to have a look around and see if we could actually bump into the Janoskians on the street, because that's what everyone seemed to be doing, just like bumping into them on the street. So we went down to the hotel, and there was loads and loads of fans there. And all of a sudden we had started screaming, and a massive crowd, like a massive bunch of girls just like running. But me and Jess know we're like round Leeds, so we didn't even bother following. We thought, we've got meet and greet tickets, there's no point running to chase after these girls to go and find, like, I think it was Jay, they knew where he was, but we didn't see the point in running after him, possibly to go somewhere where Jay might not even be. When our line would be separated soon to meet and greet in general admission lines, so we just thought we'd go up ready, because it was going on for 2:30, I think it was, and the line was getting cut about 3, the guy said, ready to go in about 4, so we went back up and we crewed back up, and our line did get split about 3:30, but the Janoskians were running so late, they didn't go to the I think they said that the sound check was meant to be like 11 o'clock in the morning, but they couldn't actually get there because the transport line didn't turn up. I'm not quite too sure about what happened, but they were running so late. So when they went to do our meet and greet, they were doing the sound check, and I was getting so impatient. I'd waited so long for this to happen, and I was just getting so frustrated because it was being delayed. And I could hear, what was it? I think it was Real Girls Eat Cake. I could hear. From just outside the building. I was getting so impatient, and then they started letting people in, and as we were going in they were still in sound check, and I can't remember what song was being played. Either way, Bo was singing. Either way, it was Bo, and all the girls were going, yes Bo, go on Bo, and hang on. That is when we got our Janoskians meet and greet badges, and this is where I started crying already. And I thought I was quite far back in the line, but turns out I wasn't. It was a lot more meet and greet than I thought it was. But I was in like the first 15, and I thought in a meet and greet there was only like 40 people. Clearly not, because I was near the front, because it lasted for so long. It was nuts. Well, we were in the meet and greet line just before we went into the room, and then they were letting us in like 10 people at a time. And as I walked into the room with all the about 9-10 girls in front of me, I saw the massive border thing with you have the photos done in front of, and the lights turned on ready for the professional photos, and I saw their shadows, especially James's because he's so tall, And I went, my cousin Jess, Port Lover, I grabbed her, I went, oh my god, Jess, I see James. And I'm a huge James girl, like, you didn't even understand. Oh, I fancy him so much, he's so amazing. Not that he's own fancy all the other guys, but James. Oh. But my door won't close, it's better. But anyway, so the line started going to the meet and greet, going round. I mean, you don't see them, they stand behind the board, and you have to go round the corner to get to them. And Jay kept coming from behind the board to grab the girls, and every time I seen him, I started shaking. And the girl and the woman, the security, took my bag and my coat and my big band I had for the concert. I took it over to the other side, ready for me to pick up as I went out of the actual meet and greet. And I watched her bag over, making sure she wasn't doing anything dodgy with it, like, just to see where she was putting. And as I watched her, Bo popped his head around the corner and looked directly at, he didn't, you know, it wasn't, I'm not saying, you know, I'm special, he was looking at me, yeah. I'm just saying, when he turned around, the direction he happened to look in was in my direction, and I was already looking in his direction, which we made eye contact. This sounds so sad, but we made eye contact, and I went, oh my god, because it was my first time seeing them in the flesh so close. Yeah, I saw him last year on the 6th in London, but I wasn't that close to them. I was on the second balcony. My heart just started racing, and I went, oh my god, and he laughed at my reaction, went back around, and as he went back around, everyone looked where my direction was, and I thought I was crazy because it looked like I went, oh my god, at nothing. But thankfully my cousin Jess saw him before he went back around the corner. At that point, I just couldn't hold my emotions in. I had to kneel down because I had a pain in my chest, and I just couldn't breathe, and I started crying, and I was shaking, and I was scared my makeup was running. I was going, Jess, help, I think my makeup's all over the place, I think it's all smudged. So I was trying to calm down, but the line was going down quicker than I assumed, so I thought the meet and greets were only like go in, photo out. So I was getting really paranoid because I didn't want my meet and greet to be like that. I spent nearly £120 to be there to meet them, and I didn't want just to go in, photo and out. So my cousin Jess went in first, and as she went in, I seen her hug Jay. I went, oh my god, she's hugging Jay Brooks. My cousin Jess is hugging Jay Brooks. But they took her behind the board, and I didn't see anything else. So I started panicking. All I kept thinking was, right, it's Jess, then me. Jess, then me. It's me next. I'm meeting the 5 hours I fell in love with over YouTube in the next 10 seconds. I just didn't know how to process it in my head. I just couldn't. And then the security, and then Jay said, can we have the next person? And the security man looked at me and said, you ready? I went, so I slowly walked over around because there's a massive pillar you have to walk around together. So I walked around the pillar, and Jay went, hi! I just ran at him and I hugged him. I wrapped my arm around his neck and the other one around his waist, and he did the same to me. And you went, hiya! And he stood back a bit. He went, you're a James girl, because I don't know where my top is. I think it's in the wash, I think. But my top said, let me see, hang on, let me see if I can find it. Oh no, here it is. Do you ever have a favourite t-shirt? Yeah, this is it. James Yamuni is a bit creased. James Yamuni is my boyfriend, and I wore that. And he seen my top, he went, oh, you're a James girl. And I couldn't process words because Jay Brooks was just standing there talking to me personally. He knows I exist. And I just went, and you went, do you want to meet James? Come meet James. And he grabbed my hips and like sort of spun me around and then stood behind me holding my hips, which made me die on the inside. And there was just standing James next. And I was looking at him, I was thinking, this is not real. And he wasn't looking at me, he hadn't noticed I come into the meet and greet yet. And I had Jay behind me going, go on, go and meet him. And he wasn't looking at me, so I didn't know what to do. So I was pushing back against Jay, and then James looked at me and smiled. At that moment, I just lost it. I just ran and hugged him, and I burst into floods of tears. And he was going, why are you crying? And I went, because I love you so much. And he went, oh, I love you too. And I didn't want to hold him up because obviously there's loads of people there, so I let go. I went to hug Luke, ready for the photo, because in all the meet and greets I've seen, you just stand in between the two middle people and take the photos. So I hugged Luke, ready for the photo, and he went, what are you doing? You're a James girl. Go and hug James. And I turned around, and James went, what does your t-shirt say? He didn't say it that high, obviously, but he was like, what does your t-shirt say? So I had James on this move, like go like this with my hair, because my hair is like so long. He was moving my hair on this side. I had Luke moving my hair on this side, so I was just like this. So they were both just looking here, and they read, James Jamooni's my boyfriend. And James went, I'm my boyfriend. I know, I'll propose. And he got down on one knee, grabbed my hand, proposed to me, and I was just in shock. I just went, and as I went like this, the photographer took the photo of my reaction to James proposing to me. My meet and greet photo will be here now. I love this meet and greet. I just love my reaction. I love the way James is looking at me. I didn't even notice Luke was in the background doing that face. Oh. Just Daniel on the end as well. And Jay looked a bit by himself, but you know, I just didn't have time to say, boys, come in. He just took the picture. And then I was going to get ready to do my other one, but then I just couldn't breathe properly, so I was going, and as I went, he took the photo. So my next meet and greet is just me going, and James moving my hair like this so we can see my t-shirt, but it looks like he's grabbing my boobs. Obviously the next one will be here as well. And it looks like he's grabbing my boobs, and everyone's like, oh my god, it's gold, he's grabbing your boobs. I'm like, no, he's not, he's moving my hair. I'm not that lucky to have James really groped me like that. Oh. But yeah. Then James stood up, and then the security guard went, do you want to give some attention to these two as well? Meaning Bo and Daniel. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. I just pounced on Daniel. And at this point, everyone in the fandom felt a bit sorry for Daniel, because he always seemed to be on the end by himself. I understand you can't stand by everyone, but it was a bit heartbreaking to see him by himself on the end all the time. So I just pounced on him, I wrapped my arms around him, and he did the same to me. And I wasn't even crying when I met Daniel, I was just so in the moment that I just wanted to show him how much I loved him. I just couldn't cry. I went, Daniel, we all love you so much. And he hugged me tighter, and we were there for a good 10 seconds just hugging. I didn't want to let go of him. He had the best hugs ever. Like, I'm a James girl, and I was happy to let go with James, you know, to speed the process up so everyone would have a fair chance of, you know, getting their time with the boys. But with Daniel, I just physically couldn't let go of him, and he didn't seem to like want to pull away. He didn't try and pull away or anything. We just both, well, he was sat down, but we were both just there hugging each other until the security girl politely went, sweetie, you've got to move on, which I was grateful for, the way she was nice about it. So I begrudgingly got away, and I moved on to Bo, and he grabbed my arms here, like he held me there, on my elbows. He went, thanks, he's something along those lines. I was still in shock of being in the meet and greet. I can't remember the exact words he said, but it was something along the lines of, thank you. He said, thank you for coming, lovely. What's your name? I went, Keris, because I just couldn't get words out properly. He went, thank you for coming, Keris. It honestly means the world to us. And I hugged him, wrapped my arms around his neck, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm hugging Brooks. I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. He hugged me back, and then he as he pulled back, he put his arm, he went like this down my arms, and then grabbed my hands, and he was like, honestly, it means the world to us. Honestly, it means the world to us. Thank you. And as I went to walk away, he wouldn't let go of my hands. So it was like one of those longing moments where you both gotta leave, but you just want to let go of each other's hands, and it was just amazing. So I grabbed my stuff, and I couldn't even look back, because if I looked back, I'd have to go back and do it all again. So I just ran up the stairs and out into the line. I tried to find my cousin, but I couldn't find her anyway. I was shaking. People were staring at me because I was in tears, and obviously they know I'd met him because I was wearing this. So I was looking around, I couldn't find her anyway, and Jess came up to me and she was like, Harris! And I just floods tears. I couldn't hold it. But we went round to the early entry line, because early entry comes in with the meet and greet package, and we were both just stood there like telling each other what happened, and everyone in the early entry line who had just met the boys were just crying. We were all crying. It sounds so sad, but it's not to a fangirl, it's just meeting your sunshines for the first time, or any time really. It's a surreal feeling, and after so long of just watching them on the internet or TV or programme or in a film or listening to them sing, it's just meeting them in person, knowing that you're there with them now, and so many girls around the world would dream to be in your position. It's just overwhelming, and it just builds up, but we were all just in floods of tears. And for some reason I thought the meet and greet would go in after early entry, so it'd be early entry, meet and greet, early entry, and then general admission, but it wasn't like that. We went in the meet and greet order into there, and then the early entry, and then general admission. So I managed to get to the barrier as well. And as before the general admission came in, it was just meet and greet and early entry, and me and my cousin Jess got to the barrier. We weren't in the middle, we were quite on the end where the last speaker was, but we were close enough that if we reached up and like one of the boys reached down, we'd be able to touch them. And when it was just the meet and greet and early entry before the general admission came in, Jay came out and thanked everyone for coming. I was the first one to see him. I saw him, and I saw his was he wearing a beanie? I think he was wearing a grey beanie. That's why I spotted the beanie. And I started screaming, and then Jess noticed, and she started screaming with me, and everyone looked in our direction, noticed where we were looking, looked in our eyeline, looked where we were looking, and saw Jade. Everyone just started screaming. He took the microphone and started thanking us all for coming. People started throwing stuff on stage. And the night before, my cousin Jess asked me to make her a banner saying J ? Netflix and chill ? And she wrote her Instagram name on it, which is Bling J. And she couldn't quite reach because she was so squished in. Now I could just about reach. And she was like, oh my god, everyone's throwing stuff on stage, give him this, throw this on stage. But I physically could not throw it because it was too light. So when they were quiet down a bit, I went, Jay! And he looked over and he went, oh, what's this? No, he went, what's this? A note? I'll put the video here after I've explained it. He went, what's this? A note? You can't really see what he's doing though because it's really bad quality, because I had to try and find someone who had the video. They were on the other side, so it was really bad quality. He went, what's this? A note? And I nodded, but I was really in shock because he was speaking to me in front of everyone. I was just like, oh my god. He leant across, grabbed the banner, and he opened it up. He went, Jay, Netflix and chill. Oh, that's my kind of night, he went. And me and Jess looked at each other, just went, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And he looked over to me and he went, how old are you? It took me a few seconds to process that he was speaking to me, like looking at me out of the whole crowd, and was talking to me and asking me how old I was. I went, I'm 17. He went, 17. Next year we can definitely Netflix and chill.
Alright, what's that? A note? Jay, Netflix and chill? Oh, that's my kind of night. How old are you? 17. Next year, we can Netflix and chill. Alright guys, we'll see you soon.
It was just surreal. When they started then, the boys came out and I had my massive banner, and I'll show you, it's right here. Have you ever, they have LA girls, so they bring the girls on stage for LA Girl and sing and dance with them, just like not One Direction, just like Just Me Was One Less Lonely Girl and The Wanted's Heart Vacancy. So my banner said, James, can I be your LA girl? And I was just like dancing around like this with my banner in the air, going, real girls, real girls. Oh, I probably embarrassed myself in front of James, but at the moment I was having the time of my life, so I didn't give a shit. And I had my massive Welsh flag, and I had my Twitter name on it, my @ name, I had my friend's @ name on it from last year, and the girl I met there put her @ name on it as well. I was trying to throw it on stage, but of course a flag is light, it just comes up and it floats back down. So I was trying to throw it up, and James noticed, so he came over, leant down onto the speaker. At this point I was shaking. I tried to throw it up, but I couldn't whip it far enough, so James leant down and whipped out my hand to grab him, and he started flying around the stage with him. I got plenty of photos, I'll put them here now, of him with the flag, and he opened it up to see the flag. I'm not sure what he said. I haven't got a clue. I don't know if he said, is this an English flag, is it a Welsh flag? I haven't got a clue what he said, but he asked me something, I just went, yeah. I didn't want to say, what? So I just went, yeah. For all I know, he could have said, this is a stupid flag, and I went, yeah. I don't know. I just went, yeah. So he started going around the stage with it, singing it singing into the microphone, flying my flag around, and eventually he put it up over a board. A photo, yeah, because I took a photo of it on the board. I'm not sad. And then it was time for the LA Girl, the song. You were just an LA girl. Sorry. And but the LA girls were already picked. It kind of devastated me. I don't think the boys were actually picked, unless they picked in the meet and greet. I don't know. But they already went backstage. I didn't know. So when they came out, I feel bad for doing this, right? But I was just so heartbroken. I shouldn't have, because I already had a lot in that day. But I was just so devastated that I never got to be James's LA girl, or any LA girl in fact, that I stood there with my banner flopped in my hand, and I was just going, you were just an LA girl. I just didn't want to sing the song because I wasn't on stage dancing, and they all look so happy, and I am happy for them now that I'm over it. I'm happy for them, but in the moment I was just so devastated. I just wanted to be James's LA girl. Oh, I sound so selfish. But yeah, after that, there was no point in my banner because LA girls already picked and I wasn't one. So I thought, might as well just give it to James for a little token, little memory of me of needs. So I was going, James, take my banner, James, have my banner, James. And he looked over, but he wouldn't come over to take my banner. And I was like, come on, I'm giving you something that I made myself. Just take it. Just be nice and take it. But in the little advert break when they brought the TV on in a little clip, he went over to the side door and was talking to the security man, and he was pointing at me. I was thinking, why is he pointing in my direction? Is he pointing at me, or is he just pointing over here? And security, I'm not sure. Oh, what happened? I don't know how it happened. I think I missed it. I don't know how he got the Sharpie, but he sat down ready for another song. Oh, I can't remember what song it was. It wasn't rock opera because they all had little dances to go with that. It might have been this fucking song. But he sat down on the stage and he kept looking over at me. So now I know, obviously thinking when to go over and grab the banner. But he came over then eventually, and then he leant over and took my banner, and I looked at Jess, and Jess looked at me, and I was like, finally he's got it, and what he's going to do with it. And he opened it up and put it against the wall, and the Sharpie out of nowhere, so that's what he must have been talking to the security guard about, to get the Sharpie to sign the banner. And he started signing my banner, and I was looking at Jess, and Jess was looking at me, and she went, what's he doing? I said, he's signing it, I think. I was going, holy shit, what's he doing? And everyone behind me is going, James, and I was just like, yeah, bitches, he's not answering you because he's signing my banner. Oh, I'm so selfish when it comes to my sunshines. It's unreal. I put a video here because I managed to catch like the last bit of the video of him signing and giving it.
To make a parody out of it. So we wrote a song called We Don't Whip, but before we play it, we want to teach you all how to whip. Holy shit! Holy shit, what's he doing? Alright guys, so if you have enough space, do it. If you don't, I recommend you don't do it. Maybe just you've done it.
It seemed like he was signing it forever, but he only wrote his autograph. And wrote I love you with a smiley face. It seemed like he was writing forever. Please hold this. But it was the most amazing thing anyone could ever do. It was kiss a fan, like with the spinny thing, and they spin it and it landed on. It did land on kiss a fan, but it landed on something else and it shot up to kiss a fan. If you were at the concert, you'll understand what I mean. And it was Bo and Daniel at our concert, and I was switching lanes at this point from the meet and greet from where I was hugging Daniel for so long, where I just didn't want to let go of him. I was switching lanes, and I'm an all-round girl personally, but I'm mostly James. But at that day, I was definitely switching lanes between James and Daniel, definitely. But I was going, oh my god, Bo and Daniel's gonna kiss us, Jess. Bo and Daniel's gonna kiss us, and Bo was going. If I was on the stage now, Bo was going right and Daniel's going left, and I looked at Jess and went, oh my god, Jess, Daniel's coming this way, and he started kissing everyone. I'll put a video here of him kissing the whole crowd in front of me. You can't really see him kissing me, but you know he is, because he leans into me, and he was coming down the line, and he kissed me right there. He was so close to my mouth. I was like, no, so close. But he kissed me on the cheek here, and of course I had my phone out like this on a selfie mode so I could try and catch it. And I didn't realise that he'd have to come across, and he shot straight into my arm, and you can just about hear in the video, I can't remember if he goes fuck or shit, but he bumped right into my arm. I'm just like, oh shit. So I was just trying to unstruggle my arm to let him past, and then I was going, Daniel, to try and get a hug, and he wrapped his arm around my neck and hugged like a load of hands at the same time, and wrapped his arm around my neck, and he was pulling me in. I was just like, oh, this is the life. Having Daniel like pull me in, it was just the most amazing experience of my entire life. It was so much better than Got Cake. They have grown so much over the past few years. I just, how they go from doing small stupid videos in a car park on a couch and awkward train situations, and go to having so many songs and selling out arenas and doing tours and so many meet and greets, so many fans, being mobbed. It was just incredible. And if you could ever save up the amount of money to a meet and greet, because I'm too shit. I'm not. I like to guarantee my meet and greet. I don't like to risk it and just find my way around town. I like to be as close to the stage as possible, so I like to be in the line early enough. So I don't like to actually leave the line and wander. So I like to secure my place to make sure I'm near the front of the line, and I like to make sure that I'm definitely meeting them. So I didn't want to risk just out of chance meeting them in the street. So you could do that if you are brave enough to leave it a chance. But I'm not. I like to secure my place in a meet and greet. So if you ever actually save up enough money to be able to get a meet and greet with the Janoskians, or anyone you like in general, do it. A lot of people were saying that it wasn't worth the money, that they had a horrible experience, but my experience was amazing, and even if it wasn't as good as it was, I would have still been happy with it, because I met my sunshines. I met the people who keep me happy and keep a smile on my face every single day, and I had the chance to tell them how much I loved them and to thank them for everything. Why am I getting upset? And the fact that I had the chance to do that, it meant the world to me. So I would definitely recommend getting a meet and greet, especially for the Janoskians, because they make you feel so welcome. It's unreal. And just do it. Get a part-time job. Do chores for your family. Go washing cars. Just save up. Just do it. Get the meet and greet, because I promise you, you will not be disappointed. It was just the best experience of my entire life, and everyone was like, "You goals, you're so goals. I ship you and James. He's touching your boob. He's so goals." I'm just like, I know. I feel so lucky to have all that happen to me in one day, and if my meet and greet photos wasn't mine, I would have wished they were mine. And I know that sounds really, really bad, but I'm just so happy and overwhelmed with how amazing Tuesday the 1st of September went for me that I just... Oh, I don't know. And now I've got really bad post-concert depression and I miss him so much, and I hope to see him really again soon. I'll be getting meet and greet again next year because it was totally worth it. Totally worth it. I'm going to try and do videos more often, and if I do stick to the routine, I'll try and update as many Sundays as I can if I don't chicken out. So hopefully you'll subscribe and maybe follow on with my other videos. And yeah, give it a like if you liked it. Or if the Janoskians see this, oh my god, I'd die. Anyway, hope you all had a good day, and I'll see you soon.